Steve Dr. Williams attacks Orndorff from behind.
It was a brutal and vicious assault that has put Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, on the sideline for the last 6 weeks.
Steve Williams from some...
Oh, my, look at this.
No, turn around! Dr. Death!
After Dr. Death's damaging rampage, no one was sure if Orndorff could come back. But tonight, he'll return to the squared circle and we'll have a big announcement about a Dr. Death Paul Orndorff rematch in New York City. And in tonight's feature confrontation, the psychotic and always unpredictable Cactus Jack attempts his vile and maniacal tactics against the Rock from Hawaii, Don Muraco. It's all coming your way next on UWF's Fury Hour.
Welcome to the UWF Fury Hour. I'm Craig DeGeorge. Great to have you with us, and great to have, as always, wrestling's living legend, Bruno Sammartino. A lot of great action, including our feature match, Don the Rock Muraco against Cactus Jack. How do you size that one up?
Greg, this is going to be some kind of a match. You have The Rock, powerful, bigger than average, strong, against this maniac. I'll tell you what, a very unpredictable man and a very unpredictable match. It's going to be interesting to see the outcome of this one.
All right, talk about unpredictable men. Let's go to Herb Abrams.
Another great night on the Fury Hour, and I'm going to be ringside talking to some of the wrestlers. Let's take a look at this week's card.
Starting things off will be the behemoth from Helsinki, Finland, the villainous Viking. The mean-spirited cowboy Bob Orton and his unscrupulous manager John Tolos. Making his UWF debut from Dallas, Texas, Iceman King Parsons. The hurtful and loathsome Russian bear Ivan Koloff. Returning from a serious head injury, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. And in the feature matchup, crazy, unpredictable Cactus Jack tries his trickery against the 278-pound Rock from Honolulu, Don Muraco. Captain Lou Albano and another look at his weird world on Captain Lou's Corner. We'll answer another lucky viewer's letter on Ask the Wrestlers. And we'll tell you all about the new UWF hotline and our matches in New York City as we get ready for another great night on the Fury Hour.
The Viking is back. I told you I'm gonna hurt every pencil neck, every pipsqueak who steps in my way. And there's only one way they're gonna leave the ring, is on the stretcher. Hurt. I think UWF should start to sell life insurance too.
He's an awesome specimen. Take a look at him when he comes in here. He is making his way to the entrance. He's the kind of guy, Bruno, that the fans really jump out of their seats to get a look at him, a close-up look as he comes by them. And you'll see why.
Well, he's such an impressive-looking guy. You know, yeah, you see some people 300 pounds, but, you know, they don't look so hot, some of them. But this guy is very impressive, very powerful man.
And you can Viking. See the size of his back. The Viking.
Some sight, huh?
I don't know if Leif Erikson looked like this man.
Huh.
I don't even know if the Viking knows who Leif Erikson is.
Well,
this man will scare you.
Yeah, you know, this Al Lion, if you look at this guy, very good shape, good-looking kid, you know, but now how can he fare up against the guy 316 pounds with such awesome power? It'll be interesting to see.
Well, this is the baseball bat against the chisel. Looks like the Lion is a right-handed swinger.
Maybe, Greg, if the referee allows him to use that bat, then maybe he'll have a bit of an equalizer there to combat this big giant.
A Viking and you might call it the Yankee, I guess. Al Lyon with the pinstripes and the hat. And Bruno, I wonder, being a wrestler and wrestling so many years, you ever have a problem with the lights where you felt you needed black under your eyes?
I never did. I don't know.
Well, why does he have black under his eyes?
Well, who knows?
Maybe the lighting catches him in a
He's
tough
with
angle.
a baseball outfit, so I guess that's
the
all
hook
part of
there,
it.
Yeah, okay. Well, the Lion will try to avoid a lights-out situation against this big man.
Right.
You see he's taken some punishment on his back over the years.
Yeah, he's...
It's a nice way of putting that, I guess, huh?
Look at that, huh? I mean, look at that body. I mean, he's huge arms, big shoulders, big chest, powerful legs. I mean, this is just a powerful guy. And look at the difference in size. Now, here's a 237 really well-conditioned looking body in a Lion.
And the nice thing, if you ever have a sleep problem in the ring, his boots are very well equipped.
Yes, indeed.
To avoid any problem like that. The Viking going after the Lion, who uses some quick speed. Just like a Lion might, gets out of the way. And a good arm drag, hip block. And look at this. The Lion who goes 237. The Viking 316, and the Lion impressive early on. Oh my, took some big clothesline.
You see, Greg, a guy like Lion, if he's got any kind of a chance against such a huge, powerful man like the Viking, he's got to use his speed. He's got to keep himself, not get himself in a bad predicament. Stay out of trouble. Keep making the man work, and hopefully, in time, maybe that huge size will wear, you know, and get him tired.
Yeah.
You know, no easy job, but I'm saying that would be his only chance, in my opinion.
He can't match strength. That's the big point.
Absolutely not. Yeah, you're talking about an extremely powerful man, and then so huge.
Just look at the size of this man. I mean, it's amazing. Look at the arms.
I mean, and everything is big on him. You know, you can look at his powerful arms, shoulders, that wide back, his powerful legs. I mean, he's just an awesome-looking guy.
Referee Steve Simon, you can see a very good shot, leaning in to see if Lion wants to give up here, but he's hanging in. Look out here, big miss on the wild right. Oh, my.
Yeah, but how's that fragility?
And Lion with another drop kick. That time, not quite as much punishment. The Viking just runs right into him, knocks him over. Now a big chop to the back. Another big chop to the back by the Viking.
Yeah, but did you see, Greg, when he throws that big, powerful form, he really puts his weight behind. Look at this, a bear hug.
Air hug.
Let's see if he can make him submit.
Looking for the submission. He has an impressive front face suplex that you might see also, the Viking. Variety of suplexes. The Lion trying to knock him over, but really not budging. Uh-oh, watch this one. There it is, powerplex. He turned it around off the ropes. And that was very punishing to the Lion.
Well, the way he scooped him up and drove him down, it put his weight all behind it, the Viking, and that, no doubt about it.
Do it again right here.
Let's see.
Yes.
Oh,
well, no.
Don't press him overhead. Watch this. That power or what? Is that power or
he's
what?
He's holding it up there. It looks like Alexia.
Oh, don't tell me he's going to throw him outside the ring. No.
Oh, he dropped him on the top rope.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. And the neck of Lion hit that top rope. And the Viking had him up there forever.
This is for you.
And he points to the fans, this one is for you.
What's he gonna do?
Lands a elbow. And now the lateral press hooks the leg, and he's got him.
And as the old saying goes, and there was no doubt about it. Just too big, too powerful.
No doubt about it at all. We'll try and catch up with the Viking on this big victory. Herb Abrams is standing by.
Well, but you got to say this. Al Lion gave it his best shot. I mean, you know, you had so many. You had disadvantages all over, size-wise, strength-wise.
I am fed up with this guy. What made you come to this?
Who is this overgrown smurf? He asking me questions.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
I said, who is this overgrown smurf asking me questions?
Why do you have to
name, man?
Why do you have to maim your opponents? Why can't you just go in and wrestle? Why do you have to hurt them?
Because I like to hurt people. Please, overeating, taco squeezer, Burger King, yes. Why don't you swim back to the corner where you came from? But I'm here only for one thing, and that's the heavyweight belt. So get me a guy who can wrestle.
Cowboy Bob Orton is next.
New York, the amazing place where you can walk on Long Island, take a deep breath of clean, fresh air, and in just a few minutes, you're downtown in the dirty stench of the city. But the exhilaration in the air makes New York City a place in itself, a place that turns an athlete on because he wants to get in there and go. New York, I love the excitement. I need Brian Blair anywhere in the area, Daddy. Step in the ring with the cowboy, because I'm ready for you. And with Mr. Tolos as my guide, there's nothing but trouble for you, boy.
You got it, cowboy. You got it, Ace. You got it, Orton. The #1 man in the UWF. And you're right, man. We're coming to New York. The Golden Greek and Big Orton. And we're gonna suplex New York City right in the ground. And you... Uh-oh, here he is. There he comes. Look, look, it's the Bumblebee. Ah, I got him.
Hey,
there he is. There he is. Brian the Bumblebee. Look. One leg is gone. The second leg is gone. One arm is gone. The other arm is gone. One lip. The other lip. There's the Bumblebee. He can't fly. He can't do anything. You know why? Because Orton has suplexed this guy to death. You chicken-livered... the fly. The Bumblebee is right here. Aw, the Bumblebee died. We're coming to New York, baby, with all our magic, with all our charisma, and we're coming there for business and business alone. And you, Brian, is just a stepping stone when it comes to the Golden Greek and the Great Orton. We're taking over New York, and nobody will get in our way, because if they do, they are in big, big, big trouble. Remember that. Orton and Tolos, the Golden Greek, is coming to the Big Apple.
Remember, that's January 9th at the Penta Hotel in New York to see these two dirty, rotten scoundrels and a fabulous night of UWF wrestling. Call for your tickets now!
Bob Orton. Look at this Bob Orton now. This is going to be interesting, Greg. He's meeting a guy. Look at this. This Jerry Cooley's 469 pounds.
Wow. I think even Hoss of the Bonanza series would play second size to Terry Cooley. In fact, the whole Cartwright family probably came in at under 469.
Yeah. But you know something? Now look at Bob Orton, 247 pounds. But this guy, this guy's a wrestler. I mean, like or dislike him, you cannot take away the fact that he is a tremendous, tremendous wrestler. And so we will see if a guy like Cooley, with his 469 pounds, if he can utilize that size against a 247-pound experienced and one of the top wrestlers around.
All right, interesting matchup. It's certainly a diversion of styles, sizes, and experience right here.
But
Cooley?
keep in mind, Orton's got one advantage. He's got the Golden Greek outside that ring. There he is.
Forget that, man. John Tolos, the Golden Greek. I think Herb, who, by the way, how did you like the way that the Viking referred to Herb as the overgrown Smurf? You have to remind him of that one.
The overgrown Smurf.
And, of course, John Tolos has been called the Golden Geek by some.
The Golden Geek. He prefers the Golden Greek.
Good look at Cowboy Bob Orton, who right now does not feel too anxious to mix it up with Terry Cooley. And you can't blame him.
Last week, by the way.
Look at this.
Oh, yes.
There's Tolos. And he's going jaw to jaw. Meanwhile, back in the ring.
A full Nelson. Now, why would Orton try a full Nelson against such a huge guy?
Boy, he barely was able to grasp the fingers together. around that big back of Terry Cooley. There's a good look at Cooley. And look at Cooley firing away at Orton.
Whoa.
And Orton fires right back. He may have got him right in the eye there, Drew.
Yes, he did. Look at this. Look aggressive he is. He knows that against the big guy, when you get him hurt, you got to stay on him. You got to stay on him and don't let up.
Yes, sir. A couple of effective legs going into the midsection of Cooley. And I would think Bruno would take a little more than your average leg or knee to affect this Cooley. There's a lot of weight to go through to get to it.
Absolutely. But right now, look at him. The man is hurt.
It kind of looks like some of the lawns you see.
This Orton, like I say, some people, you know, they can hate him or whatever, but one thing you cannot take away from him, this guy's a tremendous wrestler. And a vicious one at that. And when he does that superplex from the top rope, he does it like nobody. I mean, there's nobody who can do it like he can.
Right now, he's using that top rope for some leverage and coming down with all his weight onto Cooley. And now the big knee to Cooley. And even though there is sizable padding, I think you'd agree, Bruno, that those still will sting.
Now look at the Greek.
Oh, my.
Look at the Golden Greek, Tolos. Look at this. Look at this, huh? This guy absolutely cannot stay out of it. He has to interfere.
And the referee again missed it. He had Orton in the corner and did not see it. Cowboy Bob Orton now going to work on the eye area again of Cooley.
By the way, Greg, in the audience, we have Georgian Mekakopoulos, who is the head of the Wrestling Chatterbox, a great newsletter with all kinds of great information about the goings-ons in wrestling throughout the United States and every place.
And, you know, fans out here listening and watching the UWF, very familiar with that newsletter.
Indeed.
Some good insight.
Look at this now.
Orton there with the backbreaker.
Now that shows the power of a Orton. You know, to pick up a guy at 469 pounds like that, that takes a lot of power.
I feel sorry for Bob Orton's right knee there, though.
Now look at this.
Well, he's on the top rope now. He does a lot of work off that top rope. Trying to get balanced, bouncing off to get some more height and power, and he comes flying in with the knee. And that swinging, Bruno, creates some more momentum, doesn't it? Sort of like
he sprung. That leap, they made him go that much higher in the air, so the higher he goes, the harder, you know, the
Mind
more
you,
height
like
he goes down. Now, what's he trying to do? A figure four leg lock. Look at this. But Cooley's legs are so huge that I don't think he can apply it. Look at this.
I don't think John Tolos does either. Let's see if he can. He has it pretty good form there.
Yeah, but he can't reach it. Look, let's see. Well, maybe well. Let me see.
Why?
Let's see if he can get it. I think he may have it. Yep.
I guess so, yes. Now Tolos comes in and gets a couple of shots in. And Larry Sanders has got to take control of this match. Beg your pardon, Larry Sampson. The referee. Bob Orton is the winner. John Tolos again getting involved, though, Bruno.
Always. Now look at this. The match is over. Now why not leave the man alone? Oh boy, took another hard fall right out of that.
Cooley really never got going in that match, and it really wasn't his fault because Tolos started off by getting some shots in, and Orton has his hands raised.
That ring is your link to all the news and goings-on in the Universal Wrestling Federation. Find out where the UWF is going to be next. And hear comments from your favorite UWF wrestlers like Paul Orndorff, Dr. Death, B. Brian Blair, and yes, even Colonel De Beers. Just dial 1-900-420-4UWF and find out about the Universal Wrestling Federation. Iceman King Parsons is making his UWF wrestling debut. But last week he made his first appearance when he went after the notorious Colonel De Beers.
Stop this. Maybe give the man a $10,000 fine and maybe he'll think twice.
Sanders has him by the hair, Bruno.
Oh, look at this.
Look out.
I don't believe it.
You know, Sanders, you just wonder why he is still in the ring.
Hey, Larry Sampson, I guess.
Here's the Iceman.
Hey.
The Iceman intercepting De Beers. He's trying to hit.
Boom, headbutt.
And takes the shot. He was trying to go after Sanders. And the Iceman came to his side and knocks him down.
De Beers is down. De Beers is down. Look at the Iceman go. Let's see.
The Iceman. There's the
beer says, let me out of here. I'm leaving.
Iceman with his own rump buster.
The Iceman's been around, and I'll tell you what, this is a tremendous wrestler. He's certainly has made a reputation for himself, not only throughout the United States, but even overseas, Japan and Europe, and he's quite a competitor.
This cutie pie fella seems to play up his popularity with the fans, but you look at popularity, look at this Iceman. They love him.
But look at Louie Spicolli. He didn't like the idea that the Iceman was doing a little shaking of his own.
And Iceman trying to get the jacket off, and Cutie Pie goes right after him with a couple of big rights. Cutie Pie continuing to land a couple of big rights, and now hearing it from some fans who are chanting his name.
Ooh, the Iceman just threw a tremendous left.
There's a big left chop. Good left shot. And now the headbutt sends Cutie Pie flying.
What a headbutt.
Wow. Look at this guy. Iceman has got a tremendous tattoo in his
what
chest.
is that exactly? Can't make it out.
I don't know what it is.
But you know, you can see the guy's in good shape. He's a big guy. He's look at that.
Look at that hairdo too.
Like an eagle or something?
It's like a Grand Prix course or something. You know, one of those 12 corners?
Yeah.
12 turn courses?
Look
the
at those big arms.
Circuit.
Look at his arms and shoulders. This guy's well put together.
And Cutie Pie trying to find out just what's going on up top there. Iceman with the side headlock on Cutie Pie. Into the ropes. Oh my.
Beautiful tackle.
Another side headlock by Cutie Pie, or by the Iceman, rather.
Yeah, Cutie Pie's cut to a headlock. Nice takeover.
Good neck breaker, turned him around, and look at that. Cutie Pie trying to move there. You know, that's a nice move. He was in a defensive posture, and he was able just about flip him over and have a chance anyway to at a pin. Look at that, he did it again right there.
Yeah, but you know what though, when you were from this particular position that he's in, it's hard, really doesn't have the proper leverage to be able to hold a guy like the Iceman down. Especially Iceman, he's a pretty big and powerful guy.
True, but still very impressive that he could even get him in that position from where he was, the defensive posture.
Yeah, listen, this Louie Spicolli, we've seen him before, and he's quite a competitor. For sure, he'll... nobody gets in there and is going to have an easy time with him, that's for sure.
Iceman has a terrific wrestling background. He was a state wrestling champ in Maplewood, Missouri, his hometown.
Yes, yes he did. He was a good amateur and he's a tremendous pro.
Now out of the Dallas, Texas area.
Dallas, Texas, did a lot of wrestling down there. He likes it so much, he makes it his home.
Oh. Look at Cutie Pie landing with all his weight. Now he's chopping to the midsection, going up top with a big elbow.
One thing
and he is really coming out with a big flurry.
One thing about Cutie Pie or Louie Spicolli, whatever you want to call him, he certainly goes after his opponent. He's certainly doing his best here.
Greg DeGeorge, Bruno Sammartino, we are coming to you from Los Angeles. The Fury Hour continues. We've got some great matches on tap as well. See Mr. Wonderful later on, and The Rock, Don Muraco, in our feature against Cactus Jack. Right here, it's the Iceman against Cutie Pie. Misses with a big roundhouse right. Oh, flying clothesline, and he nailed that one. He really landed that one well.
Yes, he did.
Lateral press. And the kick out.
The Iceman moves well in that ring. There's no question about it. Now you can see why he's got such a reputation.
I'd say he's very cool, the Iceman.
Yes, indeed. Very cool.
You would expect that, I guess, from someone you call the Iceman.
Oh, right. But, you know, you mentioned a little while ago about the main event. I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, boy.
The Rock versus Cactus Jack. That's going to be some bout. Of course, it'll be great to see Paul Orndorff. Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful, yes. Look at Cutie Pie here. He was just hung in there today. There's a big chop to the right. Oh, he takes one right back.
Did you hear that chop? Wow, you could hear that up to the rafters up there.
Now, actually, no, he takes another huge chop to the midsection. And the Iceman kind of senses the control now, doesn't he? Lands a right. And a big left.
What a left. Oh, he really connected.
Missed there. Missed there. Connects there with the rubber stumper. And the press, he's got the leg. Good formation, and there it is. Goodbye.
Some move. Did you see how high he went up, the Iceman? I mean, he really shot up in the air. And I'm
wow.
Judy really got caught.
Let's find more about that move and more about the Iceman. Let's go to Herb Abrams.
Iceman, how come you came here to the UWF?
I'm here for a reason and not for a season. Colonel DeBeer. See, a lot of people, yes, a lot of people don't know, but Larry Sampson is my cousin. He's not a fighter, he's a referee. So, Colonel, if you don't like what goes on over here in this country, why don't you carry your home? See, now it can become a family affair. See, blood is thicker than mud. Yeah. And when you put your hands on Larry, I'm putting my hands on you. Can you dig it? Yeah. Like Mama says, it bees that way sometime. Have mercy.
The king of rubber bands is next, Captain Lou.
Yes, wrestling fans, this week it's Captain Lou Albano back again with the Captain's Corner, and I happen to be a little bit upset. You know, wrestling fans, I vowed some time ago that I would retire from the world of managing. However, my good friend B. Brian Blair came to me and said, Captain Lou, you know what went on. You know what happened with Honey. You know that John Tolos and his man had the audacity to put the hurt on this lady. And John Tolos has to be watched. He said, Captain Lou, I know you're not in the world of professional wrestling, and you're probably not capable at your age to handle professional wrestlers. However, he said, I know that John Tolos you can cope with. And John Tolos, come out here right now. I want to tell you, in New York City on January 9th at the Penta Hotel, 7:30 p.m., I will be there in the corner of B. Brian Blair. I can't beat any wrestlers, but you're one guy that does not impress me, and I'm going to keep an eye on you. What are you talking about? What's the UWF trying to do to me? What is this? A conspiracy against the Golden Greek? What is this? Anti-Tolos week? I'm coming into New York with my stallions. Right, gentlemen? Why are you in the corner? I'll tell you why. They're appalled at what happened to Honey out here on TV land. They saw how you interfere in matches, and they said, Captain Lou, we know that you can cope with John Tolos and keep an eye on John Tolos, and we want you on January 9th at the Penta Hotel to be in the corner of B. Brian Blair, and I'll be there. I'm going to tell you something right now. You started this. Ever since you came to the UWF, you mixed everything up. You used to be a great guy, but now you're nothing but garbage. That's right, Coach. But I got news for you. That's right, Coach. I'll be there, and I'll be there with Orton. That's right, Coach. There's no question about it. That's right, Coach. If you ever interfere in New York with me, I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. Coach. And you listen very closely. I'll be there. You make one wrong move, man. That's going to be the end of you. Don't you worry about me making one bad move. Don't you make a move. You stand in that corner and stay there. I'm coming to New York. I'm coming to New York with my boy. And I'm coming to New York to put a little more polish on that apple. The Golden Greek is coming. And I'm going to tell you something. He's coming with a blast. And I'm going to tell you something. If you make the wrong move, it'll be the 4th of July. I said, don't worry about me making a wrong move. Don't you dare move out of that corner. You got it? I'm ready for you, pal.
UWF box office. Bruno, we've got some exciting news. On Saturday, January the 12th, in Queens, New York, at the Royce Hotel, we're going to be having the UWF Wrestling Expo. What do you think?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I'm excited. I can't tell you how excited I am because New York, you're in for a real treat.
We are going to have Cactus Jack, Bruno Sammartino, Captain Lou Albano,
the Golden Greek John Tolos, Ivan Koloff, many, many, many more stars being there, signing autographs for you, the fans. Also, let's not forget that Penta Hotel match, January the 9th, and we ran down some of the matches last week. The match has been signed, Bruno. Steve Williams has signed and agreed to meet Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. Wow.
New York, New York! We're going in your backyard, Paul Orndorff. Well, let me tell you, I'm no stranger to New York. I played with the New Jersey Generals, and everybody knew who Dee was. That's right, Dr. Death. You, Paul Orndorff, you were a big name, a big, big, big name in New York. Well, Polly, my name overrose the Generals, the Giants, you name it, Polly. There ain't a team, there ain't an athlete, and there ain't a man like Dr. Death when he walks in the ring. Paul Orndorff, everybody's seen on TV. They know what I can do. Paul, I'm indestructible. Look deep in these eyes. Look real deep. They're telling you a story, Paul. Figure it out.
You know something, Doc? It won't be very long that you and I are going to step into that ring in New York City. Well, let's think about it. Let's bring it all to a head, Doc. I go out and I'm having a match. You come out and nail me with a chair and walk out. And you think nothing's going to happen because of that? Well, brother, you have barked up the wrong tree, my friend, because I don't take this very lightly. I know exactly what I got to do. I know exactly where you're coming from. And there's not going to be hitting no more chairs, because if there are, I'm going to do the hitting.
I'll tell you what, New York, this is a must. This is one match you absolutely cannot miss. You're talking about two of the toughest men ever to put on a pair of tights. There's a lot of hate between these two, and I think you know what has happened, in fact, between these two individuals. And I want to guarantee you something, that when these two guys step in that ring, you're going to see a war like you've never seen before. There's a lot of hate here, Herb.
I think everything's going to go in this match. And we ask you, all you people in New York City, this is the match you demanded. You wanted us to come. We're coming. The UWF, Wednesday, January the 9th, 1991. And at the Royce Hotel in Queens, New York, Bruno, that fan expo, Paul Orndorff, B. Brian Blair. You can meet all your favorite stars. Come have them sign your picture. Their T-shirts will be available to you. We'll see you then.
Once again, it's your chance to participate on the Fury Hour with a question for one of the UWF wrestlers. And tonight, that question is for Paul Orndorff, sent in by David Steele of Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. David wants to know the type of training program Paul uses to stay in such great physical shape.
Well, I can tell you there's 2 or 3 things that I do, and a lot of it's preparation, David. First of all, I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. And I try to eat the right foods. You know, I try to stay away from the fattening and that kind of things. And what that does, it gives you more endurance when you do go to the gym. I try to work on the body parts, the main body parts, such as your chest, your biceps, the big muscle groups. I try to work on them. And what I try not to do is to overdo it. I don't go all the weight that I can use. I try to do 3/4 of the weight that I can use, say a peak weight, and try to do it 10 to 12 reps. And this is what keeps me in pretty well physical condition, and I try to do some running and stretching on top of all this. So this is my my answer to your question, David, and thank you very much.
For using his question, David wins a UWF T-shirt and cap, and you can too. For a chance to get your question on the air, just send a postcard with your name and address and question to Ask the Wrestlers, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292.
Wonderful. He's well-liked, as you can see, but unlike many other wrestlers, he really has the game face on. He goes right to the ring, doesn't stop for the high five. He'll say hello after the match, no doubt. He'll sign your autograph, but he is very poised there, and he has one thing in his mind right now, and that is defeating his opponent.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, the terrible thing, which I know you're aware of, what happened with him in a match with Dr. Dusty Williams.
Oh,
and
yes.
He is so upset, so angry. And look at this, he's taking it out on the...
He's coming out right away.
Yeah, because he is so angry. I mean, after this vicious attack by Dr. Dusty Williams with a chair, I mean, really split him open. And he is one angry man. I think anytime you look at this...
Bruno.
Oh, my.
Yeah, right in front of us here. And he is just taking care of this guy. He's ripping the intern shirt, lands a big right hand, another big right.
I think that every time Orndorff goes in the ring with anybody, in his mind it's like it's Steve Williams. He is so angry and so upset as to what happened that look at the shape he's in. I mean, is this a guy ready for battle? Unbelievable.
Wow, there is a man on a mission right there.
You better believe it. You better believe it. He is. I'll tell you what happened with him. I don't think that Paul Orndorff will rest. I don't think that Orndorff will be satisfied until he gets at Williams.
And a patented pile driver. Yes, sir. Reverse pile driver. And the finish probably right here. Yes. Paul Orndorff.
And when Orndorff gets that pile driver, I don't care. Nobody does it better, and nobody's going to get up from it.
You know, I believe the intern had a, if you took a look closely at that shirt, that is not just a shirt. That has a Steve Williams logo on it, and perhaps Herb Abrams can get to the bottom of this one with the very determined Paul Orndorff.
I'm here at ringside with Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, and Paul, you look more vicious than ever. What do you have in your hand here?
I'm gonna tell you something right now, Herb. Nobody, and I'm talking to you, Dr. Death, what you did to me the last time I was here is uncalled for, my friend. Now, if you want to go in that ring and you want to use chairs, if you want to use tables, it don't really matter to me. Because I'm coming for one reason, and that's to end this with you and I, my friend. I don't like you, I don't like what you stand for, and I don't like what you do. So, my friend, you think about it. You split my head open right here on national TV. And then this man right here is going to come out there wearing that T-shirt. It'll be a cold day and you know where what. That you'll get away with this, my friend. You think about it. You think about it. Because you're the one that wanted it, and now you got it. Dr. Death, you're going to pay. You think about it, buddy. I don't care no more. I'm coming after him, Herb.
Coming down the aisle, the unpredictable Cactus Jack. Look at those eyes glaring. Look at the fans. This man is a sick, demented man. He moans, he groans, but he jumps from those turnbuckles down the ring apron. Look at the fans mock him. Look at that crazy man, no teeth in the front. He's getting in the ring, and he will be facing, in this match, Don Muraco, one of the toughest competitors in the wrestling world. What a match this is going to be. Cactus Jack. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent this evening from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing 278 pounds, Don Muraco.
Don Muraco.
Here he comes, The Rock.
Well, this will be interesting. This is going to be very interesting.
Let me ask you, Bruno, you've made this walk a big match. What is Don Muraco thinking right now as he comes into the ring?
He knows that he's meeting a very unusual man, and he knows that you're not going to go in that ring and try to wrestle Cactus Jack. He knows that you're in there with a maniac who's going to do anything and everything. So what you do is you prepare him physically and mentally to come in there to brawl. This is going to be a brawl. It's going to be a wrestling match. And I think Muraco's been around long enough to know that. And so I doubt it if you're going to see any beautiful wrestling maneuvers here. I could be fooled, but I'd be very surprised.
Cactus Jack is not really known as a scientific wrestler. He is very, very dangerous. And particularly, we've seen over the last several weeks, his work outside the ring. He's very dangerous outside the ring. He's dirty.
But keep in mind, too, Greg, that as we know, Muraco can be a magnificent wrestler, okay? But if anybody wants to brawl with him, he's also very, very good at that. He can brawl and he can wrestle. So, you know, he can do it all. So that's why this is going to be so interesting to see who's going to get the advantage here.
Other point, of course, the foreign object. Cactus Jack has been known to have a foreign object on him.
Well, of course, that's a different story. I don't care how good you are, tough you are, you get hit with some kind of an object, you know, a piece of steel or whatever, and that can do anybody in. And here, look at this. We're talking about what kind of a brawl, and right off the bat, they started with a headlock, then they went to overhead wrist lock, and then back to the headlock. So they're making liars out of us, Greg. They're using wrestling
all
moves.
these wrestling moves, that's right. And
how do you like that? Now there's a tackle, and now here's Cactus Jack, who's a very, very big guy. And, you know, he couldn't knock him down.
Now you know why they call him the Rock, Don Muraco. Feature match on the Fury Hour, Muraco and Cactus Jack. Good look at Muraco. Banging the Cactus Jack, and again.
So he missed the clothesliner, and he took 2 tackles, and he went down both times. Look at this clothesline right over the top rope.
And out. You know, and strangely enough, if Muraco were to go after him, then the advantage here would go to the Cactus Jack, who just seems to,
Uh-oh, he's got a chair. Now let's see, is he gonna bring it in the ring?
He operates well outside. Oh,
he's hitting himself with it. That's brilliant. That's smart. That's it. Do it. Keep that, boy. Muraco's probably saying, keep doing it, and you're going to save me a lot of problems here.
He knocked himself down with the chair. Are you kidding me?
Now, is that a man that's dealing with a full deck or what?
There's a guy who needs a manager. You know, needs a little direction.
My Lord, he hit himself a half a dozen times.
Oh boy. Wow, I mean, I didn't think he had a full deck, but he went beyond the Call of Duty there.
But look at him smiling.
All right.
Oh, boy. Well, let's see what happens now. Back in the ring. And you know, Muraco thought he was going to lock horns with him, but instead he went through the motion, but then he met him with a kick right in midsection.
And a headbutt. Now Jack again going outside the ring. And he comes down with a double axe handle.
Right in the back of the neck.
Very effective spot, yes. Got back of the net, back of the neck rather. Muraco put him down. Can he get the, no? Try to get the pin, and look at the strength of Muraco. He knocked him clear out of the ring.
He shoved him up and right out of the ring, as you say. Shows you a little bit of the power of Don Muraco. Look at this, look at Cactus Jack. What is he doing, smiling? He liked it? Maybe liked that. Maybe liked to get dumped on that hard concrete floor.
Yeah, you can see there's no
Especially if he lands on his head. He likes it better then.
May knock some sense into him. He still appears very wobbly outside. It looks like he's almost trying to lure Muraco outside the ring, and The Rock is very knowledgeable. He knows
smart
that the best place for him is the squared circle.
Now there's an arm bar. Let's see.
That works on the arm. Twisting, and then yanking.
Maybe he's trying to pull out of the socket, or maybe stretch it about a foot or so.
Boy, it doesn't take much either when you get that kind of power, when you're pulling on the arm and the socket area of the shoulder. And now bending near the elbow.
No.
Evidently he's feeling pain. Here's a man that everybody says feels no pain. I think Muraco is introducing him to some good, serious pain. Well,
Cactus Jack, you know he's not playing with a full deck. He's not playing with a full set either, as you can see.
Yeah, but right now Muraco is trying to turn him over. The way he's got him hooked up with both arms. Going to take him over to see if he can put him down for a pin. Not easy, but look at this.
It's almost, boy, you'd think it almost impossible in that angle to get both shoulders down.
Yeah, well,
that right shoulder's not down.
Well, if Muraco can only bring his upper body up higher so that he can use it to leverage on top of, he spun around and I just got him with a hammerlock.
Muraco's still applying that hammerlock.
You gotta be careful you don't get hit with that elbow. Watch that elbow. There it is.
Referee Jesse Hernandez keeping a close eye on the two combatants. Muraco whipped into the turnbuckle, ducks neatly underneath the big right hand, but then takes the boot.
Ooh, see, he ducked the clothesliner, but he didn't duck the boot.
Hard to duck a boot when you're 278 coming straight at him.
Well, we said there was going to be a tough one, and it is. It's really going back and forth. So far, I would say it's been very even.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it's been very close so far. It's back and forth, back and forth.
And just like you expected, it is really a brawl.
Well, yeah, as we said from the beginning, okay, so we've seen a hold or two here, but basically, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a tough brawl here.
Slingshots him off the top rope.
And, you know, these guys are very close, body weight-wise, Greg. They're both around close to that 280 mark.
Gets him in the back of the head. Now, can he get the press? No. And again, Muraco doesn't just knock him off, Bruno. He knocks him clear out of the way.
Now, this is a reverse chin lock. Now, some might mistake this for a sleeper, but he doesn't have the proper leverage
Gotta
set
get
to
completely
do this.
underneath.
Absolutely, and then on the side to shut off the blood circulation from both veins on the side of your neck. Jugular vein, I guess.
Yes, the carotid arteries, Brett. Look at those punishing blows.
Oh,
great move by Muraco. He ducked underneath the flying Cactus Jack. And now they're both outside the ring.
Yes, that's why Muraco avoided coming out of the ring. Now look at this, he came out. But you see that, he tried to run Cactus Jack head against the steel post, and Cactus Jack just shoved him and hit him with that shoulder.
We've talked about how effective Cactus Jack is outside the ring and on the metal pipe.
As we said earlier, maybe Muraco would have been wiser to have stayed in the ring.
Those fans are finally moving back. What's Muraco going to do here? He's got him piggyback, and he's going to pile driver. He did.
Oh my, right on the concrete floor? This I gotta see, come on. You're gonna tell me that he's gonna get up from this?
Oh, Cactus Jack is getting up. And right into the pipe.
Oh, look, his head is split open.
And he is split him open, yes he has. I believe it was on the pile driver, Bruno. When he pile drived it right on that cement floor. He got up, but when he got up, the blood was just spewing out.
Yeah, he was bleeding. Yeah, there you can clearly see now the blood. He's bleeding bad. Oh, look at this. Look how bad he's bleeding. It's on the right-hand side.
Oh, God.
Right eye.
Big clothesline by Muraco. And he just continues to fire away. Referee taking a look, but not stopping it. It appeared to be just a matter of time. He got twisted up in the ropes.
Oh, he saw him. Look at this.
He's twisted in the ropes.
No, he's not going to get out of that. Oh, I knew he wasn't going to get out of that.
Cactus Jack slides out of there.
Look how bad he's bleeding. I mean, my goodness. Look at that. Look at all that blood. He's really got a terrible gash.
You know, he can't even see very well, Bruno. That blood, that's it. Yeah, he's counted out. Whoa. That is not a pretty sight there. For Don Muraco, however.
Look at all that blood. Look at all that blood on Cactus Jack. My goodness, what a gash on him. Above the eye, on the side of the head there. I mean, he's got a really deep gash.